G'day, how you going? It's your boy Goldzen back here with a Truthseeker video. Probably early access video for you Truthseekers. So give you a shout out. Thanks mate for supporting me journey. Got a little video here for you today pertaining to the Manaforged Vandals reputation and the professions that are coming, the profession recipes that are coming when you unlock Renown 8. So yeah, I'm going to go through what's coming, how to get it, why to get it, and how am I preparing for it. So let's get into it today, boys. What's going down? My name's Goldzen, a 36-year-old millennial bloke from Perth, Western Australia, you know, the land down under. Join me and my crew as we navigate the treacherous waters that is retail World of Warcraft. We are on a quest to obtain 100 million gold. I'll be showing you the good, the bad, and the ugly side of gold making with full transparency. Every Tuesday, I'll be counting me gold and seeing how many doubloons I get per hour. I'm not perfect, not by a long shot, but crikey, I'm working my ass off to get there slow and steady. So all aboard, you scurvy dogs. Drop me some helpful comments below and let's plunder that gold together. Alright, so Manaforged Vandals, the goal of this video, you know, I want to show you what's coming next week, like I said in the intro, when we finally unlock Renown 8 on the Manaforged Vandals track, which is next week. I want to talk about my personal thoughts, speculations, and also what I'm personally doing to prep. I think it's an opportunity. I don't think it's a crazy, insane gold making method. You know, nothing really beats concentration crafting, in my honest opinion, but something to look at anyway. Okay, what is coming, Goldzen? What are you talking about? All right, spill the beans, mate. Okay, 4 new profession recipes will be unlocked next week. They are 3 Cartel deals and 1 Gleeful Glamour recipe. You can see it here on the left. You got Technique, Deal, Cartel Bar Ohm, and then Formula, Gleeful Glamour, Ethereal. Nice. Pretty excited. There's a lot of mystery behind these cartel deals because I've been on the PTR. There's not much on there. It's shrouded in mystery, so I don't know what's going on, but only time will tell. All right, boys. What are these deals? So according to this, these things are obtainable next reset on the 23rd of September. So if you are seeing this early, it's because you've got early access from the Truthseeker on my Discord. Oh, not my Discord. I'll get to that. The YouTube membership. We're growing slow and steady, mate. But hopefully over time I can put enough value behind that membership to grant it. But yeah, I'm working on it. I'm trying my best, and I'm trying to get to a format that's ready for midnight and further into the future expansions and everything. So yeah, here we go. It says once you get to Renown 8, you go to the location Shadow Point, which is essentially to the left side of the raid entrance. There's all the vendors there. You want to talk to, I forget his name, but he's right there. Bachoso or something? I don't know. It says here, you make a deal with the cartel that earns you the right to call yourself one of them for a week. So it sounds similar to the Undermine cartels, but I don't know. It says here warband contract. So it's a contract. But it's not a contract in the sense of, you know, that it's got ranks and stuff. But it says you may only make a deal with 1 cartel per week. This effect is shared across your warband. Definitely giving me Undermine vibes. You know how we went to the Intercontinental Hotel and then every week we'll just talk to the Sheila there and then she'll say, oh, which one do you want to represent? And you pick one of 4, but it seems like they're improving on that system perhaps, and they're going to have 3 new cartels. But instead of just choosing, they're going to make you buy a deal or something like that. So they're trying to incorporate more profession stuff, you know, into the game, I guess. I don't know. Blizzard devs are iterating on their processes and processes all the time. So I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm a bit confused because it doesn't seem like there's anything worth getting. But we'll move on. We'll get into it. All right. Potentially 3 new factions coming next patch. And, question mark, new rewards. Possibly. PTR, well, if you go by what we said before, the Undermine brought in 4 new quartermasters, all with rewards and stuff, pets and mounts and all sorts of stuff. Don't know. I went onto the PTR and it comes under miscellaneous goods, not contracts. So here's the deals here. And there's an inspired writer's quill that you can get now, but I don't know, this is like a law book or something. Potentially the secret finding Discord might be all up in this. It says a short-term contract drafted by the scribes pledging a warband. Oh, yeah. allegiance to a broker cartel. It's interesting. So it says it's not a contract, it's a deal instead. So the only difference I can tell is that it does the same. It doesn't say that it gives you like 5, 10 or 15 reputation towards a given faction. Because I went on the PTR and there's no new cartel factions like reputation gains. So I'm not exactly entirely sure. Like it's a bit how you going, so a bit weird. I'm not sure. And the PTR is like, it's all the stuff's hidden and encrypted. I don't know, man. It's bizarre. But we can speculate. Of course we can speculate, Goldzen. That's what we do here, mate. We speculate, waste a lot of gold, and then realize at the end of the day that concentration crafting is the most profitable and less risky endeavor that anyone can do in this game. And I'm going to prove that shit in midnight if I haven't already proved it in the War Within, but you never know. So speculation, we got 3 new faction reputations to grind. Yes, no, I hope so, because lately I'm grinding all the reputations coming that are in the War Within, and then I'm going to go back to Dragonfly and then Shadowlands and all the other previous expansions. I kind of just want to grind all the reputations as my personal collecting thing. You know, collect gold, reputations, and player housing stuff. Those, yeah, that seems more me. You know, everyone's different. Yeah, 3 new quartermasters. You got a picture here of the builds. You know, the cartels and the undermine. You know how you get to pick 3. Same with the like in the War Within, how we had the Weavers and the General, the Spider factions, and then they iterated and made it like this, and then they're iterating again and making it so you have to pay to get. Yeah, I don't know. Are we going to get new cartel world quests or special assignments associated per these new factions, this new cartel? I don't know. It's truly mind-boggling what they're actually trying to do, man. Like I don't understand it. Like, but if there are new stuff, like if farming the rares in Koresh might yield new pets and mounts, etc. It's kind of a bit, because honest to God, you boys playing the patch 11.2, like the Koresh zone is a bit lackluster. It doesn't feel like there's enough shit. And part of me is like, well, they time gating that because there's a bit of a time gating repertoire happening within the Blizzard devs for sure. So are they encrypting and hiding stuff and then time gating it so we can't see what we're coming up? And in fact, they're going to chuck Legion on top of it. Like, oh my God, there's so much. But we're actually getting this stuff a week before. Oh no, it'll be 3 weeks before the next patch. Fuck. Yeah, October 7th is Legion. Shit. Anyway, move on. So also there's a new Gleeful Glamour. The enchanting recipe is pretty awesome in addition to all the other Gleeful Glamours introduced in patch 11.0 or the War Within, But I think out of all the Gleeful Glamours, I think this one is going to be the most important because we don't have a playable Ethereal race. So the only way to look like an Ethereal is to get this Gleeful Glamour. And then since Midnight has been launched, the only thing we're getting is the Harendir playable race or whatever. We're not getting playable Ethereal, even though all the models in that are in the game. So the only way to do it is with this Gleeful Glamour. And there's 3 ranks. So you've got rank 1, 2, and 3. Obviously 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes. It persists through death, so you can die, but you can only do it every 2 hours. So it's like a 50% uptime. If you're in the raid, you want to raid as an Ethereal mage or whatever. Ethereal fucking protection paladin, I don't know. You can do it. And I reckon it might be popular just because it's different and cool. All right. The Manaforged Instrument. All 4 of these recipes that I just covered share a new reagent in common, right? And this reagent drops from the 4th boss in the Manaforged Omega raid. You can see here. It says here, exquisite and inscrutable, this piece of machinery is extremely volatile, rarely obtained from defeating the boss. Forge Master or Forge Weaver. It can be bought and sold on the auction house. This is what I like because this is kind of akin to in Dragonflight. We had a similar item called the Dreaming Essence. That's another story, but yeah. So it's the 4th boss or the first boss on the 2nd LFR wing. If you want to get amongst it. It's the boss with the 2 pylons on each side and you got to like split the group up and stuff like that. So it's not the optional boss, it's the 4th boss. So I'm pretty sure this boss needs to be killed every week. So every clear of the raid in the entire region, whether it's EU or these are going to drop. So I'm pretty sure at least 1 or 2 or 3 is going to drop every time this boss goes down. How much is this going to cost? It's anybody's guess. But if if we go by supply and demand, they'll probably go really high and then they'll just keep coming down and down, because really there's nothing like Dreaming Essence had player power attached to it, because it was a reagent for the axe. So this Manaforged Instrument isn't getting crafted into anything, so other than pure transmog and stuff, we have no idea. So the price might be high, then tank, I don't know. It's kind of, but I am prepping for it. So if you look, it says, as these are all becoming available, I reckon the deals will sell if there are pets, mounts, transmogs, achievements, reputations locked behind them. You can have a look here. This is me on the PTR, Manaforged Instrument. It requires 25 apricot ink. So the cheapest apricot ink is the one that's probably going to be used. You can use a resourcefulness tool for this if you want to get resource procs on here. But I think the multi-craft might be better for the deals, because especially if these things are expensive, it might makes sense to use the multi-craft over resourcefulness. Only time will tell. We'll find out what's going on with that. But personally, stockpiling some rank 2 apricot ink. Shout out to my boy Canadia for supplying me with this rank 2 apricot ink. Thank you very much. I've got about 25,000 ink, just enough to craft 1,000 deals. So maybe like we craft 333 of each, not too sure. But in all, I spent 3.1 million gold on these inks, so at an average price of 125 gold. That's my smart average buy price. There you go. So 3.1 million on the inks. That's what I've got. It's sitting in my bank. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. If it doesn't go up, hopefully the ink prices go up and we can make a little small flip on a flip. Yeah, I reckon there's going to be mad demand for the Gleeful Glamours, true shit. Since it's like a 20, 40, 60 minute buff on a 2-hour cooldown, and it transforms you into Ethereal and persists through death, like we covered before, you can sort of see here, this one has ranks on it. So that means we can use concentration. So you can use rank 2 Storm Dust and then concentration, or you can use you can guarantee the craft at rank 3, which is probably the best method to do this, because I think a lot of people are going to go for the 60 minute, because if you crafted rank 1, it's 20 minutes every 2 hours. A rank 2 will be 40 minutes every 2 hours, and a 60 minute will be, like I said, a 50% uptime on being Ethereal. They should get rid of this 2-hour cooldown, so you can, if someone's rich enough, they can be indefinitely an Ethereal. That would be cool. Or make the cooldown like 45 minutes, so you can constantly refresh your Ethereal, so you look like an Ethereal the whole time you're playing. That would be cool. Don't know why they put a 2-hour cooldown on it. It's pretty shit, but I still think it's cool. All right, so I will be crafting this at rank 3 guaranteed. I pre-purchased some rank 3 Storm Dust, Viridescent Spores, and the Ley Line Residue. You can see here I've got my little snippets of my TSM. So in total I spent 1.1 million, or there's the number down the bottom here. I put it in my bank as well. My smart average buy prices here, so you can see it at the bottom. Yeah, so but the question is how much are these Manaforged Instruments going to be? I've got no idea. If they're 10,000 gold, then fuck, man. But I don't think they're going to be that expensive. I reckon they'll just go down to about 100, maybe 500 gold, 1,000 gold. I reckon 1,000 gold, 1,500 gold. I honestly don't know. But if Dreaming Essence went from like 100 gold to like 5 gold or something, like, it's all based on supply and demand. Okay, so the new reagent, like I said, it might be expensive, and it seems likely to have a double resourcefulness build on your enchanter. There you go, to take advantage of any like proc you can get from here. So because we're using like rank 3 materials, we can go for a double resourcefulness build, kind of similar to Dragonflight when the Zaralak Cavern raid boss or dungeon came out. They brought out the Shadow Flame Essence in Season 2, Dragonflight. If you had double resourcefulness procs and you were crafting, and every time you got a proc, depending on how quick you were, it was like 40 to 50,000 K proc on the reagent. So can we do something similar with this? Maybe, but it probably won't last a long time, if I'm honest. It'll just be like a frenzy, and then people will check out. So we've probably got like 3 weeks of farming the raid, and then once everyone leaves Legion Remix in the next month, there's a high chance that raiders aren't really raiding much. So the prices might go up. I don't know. Supply will probably dwindle. Who knows? But I did buy some tempered frameworks to boost this up. I've got a, if you use these finishing reagents, it increases your resourcefulness by 225. So I bought 2,400 of these, cost me about 211,000 gold, or average 88 gold each, you know, tempered frameworks. I just bought it, I didn't make them myself. So in total, I spent 1.38 million gold in preparation for the Gleeful Glamours. All right, so because I'm expecting a double resourcefulness fishing for procs off this Manaforged Instrument reagent, I'm gonna go here. If you see on the left-hand side, we've got double resourcefulness, rank 5 rune nullstone rod with all, you know, all the rare tools and stuff. We've got the craft sim specialization info. We've got all, you got to have all these points. So in total, that is 170 points, it seems. Make sure you shatter an essence, but this is kind of what it looks like, you know, when we're crafting this next week, potentially. Resourcefulness is 46%, and that's with the finishing reagents. And that's it. And we're guaranteed we got enough skill. Yeah, 46% resourcefulness proc. And depending on how much that Manaforged Instrument is going for, yeah, it definitely feels like a bit of a gamble, if I'm honest. But I've got enough gold now to have these little gambles and make little videos speculating, so you don't have to. I don't know. Let me know if you reckon, if you like this kind of shit, eh? All right, Goldzen. Yeah, I'm convinced. How do we fucking unlock it? Righto, good question. But okay, so clearing the raid on any difficulty will reward you around 5,000 reputation with the Manaforged Vandals. So in total, you need about 20,000. I'll give you a quick note. The max reputation you can get each week is 5,000. So right now, at the time of the live airing of this video, this week you can get to Renown 8. Personally, I'm just going for a little bit more than Renown 6. So I'm currently 1 or 2 bosses in the LFR, and then I'm just going to do a full clear right upon reset. There's no rush, but I'm going to do a full clear upon reset so I can get the recipes and that. Yeah, so but you can see here, so I've color coded it, so 5,000 rep is 2 Renown. So each one of these squares is like a full raid clear. And on the right hand side, I've gone through, each boss seems like it gives you 400 rep. The last 2 bosses give you a little bit more. There's 1,000 reputation here from the trash mobs and mini bosses or whatever. So if you're not doing a full clear, you'll probably get 4,000 reps. So just in case, if you're getting all the, make sure you're present for the mini bosses and the trash rep, because there is 1,000 there waiting. But yeah, cool. Hopefully you enjoyed that little guide. I do like making guides. I can't wait for the midnight content to come. And boy, oh boy, I'm going to get my hands dirty with that. Like, I'm going to play copious amounts of the PTR. I'm going to make hundreds of videos. Like, I'm not even joking. We're going to make so many fucking videos, it's not going to be funny. If you do join me and support me journey towards 1 billion liquid gold before the end of the last Titan, please join me over on the Truthseekers membership on YouTube. So all the Truthseekers, shout out, thank you, thanks guys. These guys support me and they get early access to all the guides, member only videos, member only live streams, and if you join me for 6 months or more, minimum 6 months, you get access to my Discord channel that I'm going to create very soon, and that's just going to be for Team Goldzen community members, people who want to find the truth in life and are willing to take the path of self-improvement and hopefully have a bit of fun along the way. Yeah, so please have a look at that. It's not for everyone, but yeah, it might interest you. Righto, boys. Thanks for watching again. Yeah, as you can see from the title up here, this was aired on the 18th of September. Thursday, nearly, you know, just trying to make it so a bit more appealing to sign up for my membership on YouTube, because some of the guides I make will be time sensitive. So getting the knowledge earlier, as quick as you can, will help you jumpstart your progress in gold making, moving into midnight and you know, further into the game. All right, that's enough for me. Back to the game. Got some more grinding to do. Got some more delves to achieve. And more importantly, I've got to do my fucking daily concentration spin. All right, boys, Turu, take it easy. Have a good one, boys. See you later.